the most amazing ginger snap cookie recipe, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, these are ginger snaps. That's snap, okay? So we have some ginger molasses cookies. Those are soft and nice, and they have their place. But these are traditional ginger snaps like you buy in the store, crunchy, a little crispy. And so there's this kind that I always would get in the store. It's a gluten-free kind. I think it's like Meldel or something like that. So anyways, these compete with that. They definitely compete with that. So we got a lot of ingredients to go over, so let's just jump right into the recipe. And this recipe is vegan friendly, okay? You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our butter. 8 tablespoons of butter, softened. And if you're a vegan, just use plant-based butter. I just like, it's Christmas time, guys, so you know we gotta get some bacon in, okay? We gotta get some bacon in. 2 tablespoons of honey. You can use vegan honey or regular honey, whichever you choose. Just get that in there. There's that. And then we want 3 tablespoons of molasses, okay? This is the stuff. This is the, look at that. I wish you could see it go into the bowl. I mean, that is just heavenly. So, put that in there. It's Christmas time, you guys know. I get a little wound up around Christmas time, so it's work with me here, okay? And then we got some vanilla extract. And I didn't even measure that, but you need half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then you can, okay, so now for the egg. You can do 1 beaten egg, regular chicken egg, I use organic, or you can use 1 chia egg. I'm pretty sure a flax egg will work as well. This recipe has been tested, and you can use a chia egg. Again, I think a flax egg will work too. Or 1 beaten, preferably organic chicken egg, okay, into the bowl. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in the spices, because the spices are supposed to be added in with the dry ingredients. But, you know, my kitchen, my rules. So, of course, you want ginger. So, 1 teaspoon of ginger, I added about 1/4 to 1/2 an extra teaspoon to it. But you need 1 teaspoon. I suggest adding a little extra, just so you can get that really gingery ginger snap cookie, okay? So ginger, ground ginger in the bowl. And then you want 1½ teaspoons of ground cinnamon and 1/8 teaspoon of, guess what? Black pepper. Focus, focus, there we go. Listen, that's gonna give us that zing, that's gonna give us that zip, that's gonna give us that spice. So don't skip it. So these are the spices. I also added in some, a little bit of cloves and allspice. Again, just to give us a little bit more spice. You guys know I love spice in this kitchen, so there we go. Into the bowl. Give it a little spank. Gently, gently. Just to make sure everything is out. And then we're gonna give that a mix. Just mix all of our ingredients together until combined. 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, just regular cane sugar. I'm using maple sugar. I'm using a little more than that because it's an alternative sugar. And then you want 1/3 cup of brown sugar. I'm using coconut sugar for the brown sugar. And again, I'm using a little more because alternative sugars tend to be less sweet. So we're gonna add that to our bowl. Okay. And then for our flour, this is a gluten-free recipe. This is the flour that I'm using, and there are some suggestions on the recipe of brands you can use. I think Bob's Red Meals works as well. So 1½ cup of gluten-free flour. Just put that in there. And I've already added my Xanthan gum. So 3/4 teaspoons of Xanthan gum needs to go in with it. And do not skip this because you'll have crumbly cookies, all right? The Xanthan gum binds everything together for gluten-free dishes. I believe Bob's Red Meal already comes with Xanthan gum, but this brand does not come with Xanthan gum. So make sure you add it in there. So I've already added that, and I've also added the salt. You want 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so we're gonna add in the rest of that. And then you want a fourth of a cup of cornstarch. I'm using tapioca starch because that's all I have on hand, which works beautifully as well. So a fourth a cup of starch, cornstarch or tapioca starch. There we go. On it, we're going to go ahead and add the leavening too. So you want baking soda, 3/4 teaspoons. You know I always reduce it, so I'm probably going to reduce it to about a half. But you need 3/4 teaspoon, or you can reduce it to half. Okay, just going to mix everything together until combined. Have your cookie sheet lined and ready to go, so we can make these cookies. And you can also have a little bit of cane sugar set aside, or maple sugar, that you can kind of sprinkle on top. We're going to let this sit so that it's just easier to work with. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the fridge, and then we'll be back to put these on the cookie sheet and put them in the oven. All right, so we're going to start making the cookies and work with the dough as best we can. Sleeping. We're gonna dust this. You can dust this with some cane sugar. Okay, this is the final touches. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgins, mother and child. This goes in the oven, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, for 20 minutes. Now, if you want them even crispier, you can cook them additional few minutes. Just turn the oven down to 250 and cook them for an additional 5 or so minutes or so, if you want them super crunchy. If you want them a little softer, you can lower the time and cook it for 15 to 20 minutes. Happy baking. Let's put it in the oven. The time has come for my die-hard Gingersnap fans, okay? Those who are a fan of the crunchy, super crunchy traditional Gingersnaps. Here we go. You see that? You see it? And listen, you're gonna hear the crunch when I eat it, okay? You hear that? Hear that crunch? Oh yeah, we did it. This recipe is not my recipe. I'm gonna put the link down in the description box below. Any changes that I made, of course. Cheers. Merry Christmas. All right, let's do the test one more time. Okay, you ready? Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. I hope you make this Gingersnap cookie. Let me know how you like it, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye. Okay, I'm eating way too many cookies. Way too many cookies. I gotta get some away. It's my niece. You guys have met her. Hello.
It's like a pumpkin pie. It's like a pumpkin cookie.
Like a pumpkin cookie? You like it?
Yummy.
It's so crunchy, isn't it?
Yeah. It tastes like a roll.
A roll. A roll.
At the end of the taste, it tastes like a roll.
Very interesting descriptions. Okay, so you gotta say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
I love thee, Lord Jesus. Look down from the sky.